African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 17th of August, 2024. The armed forces continue to repel the attempted invasion of the Ukrainian armed forces into the territory of the Russian Federation. Units of the North Group of Forces in the Volchansk and Liptsov directions inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 43rd Mechanized, 82nd, 92nd Assault Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and the 36th Marine Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Lipsy, Izbitskoye, Bely-Kaladyz, and Volchansk in the Kharkiv region. A counterattack by an assault group of the 57th Motorized Infantry Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine was repelled. The enemy's losses amounted to over 150 servicemen, 4 vehicles, and a U.S.-made 155mm M777 howitzer, and 2 122mm D-30 howitzers. The Polonez and Anklavin electronic warfare stations, as well as the Plastin electronic intelligence complex, were destroyed. Units of the West Group of Forces occupied more advantageous lines and positions, defeated the formations of the 14th, 30th, 44th, 67th Mechanized Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 110th and 117th Territorial Defense Brigades in the areas of the settlements of Sinkovka, Petrovpavlivka, Tabyevka in the Kharkiv region, Stomakovka, Nevskoye in the Luhansk People's Republic, and Torskoye in the Donetsk People's Republic. They repelled 2 counterattacks by assault groups of the 116th Mechanized and 44th Airmobile Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. The enemy lost up to 580 servicemen, a U.S.-made M113 armored personnel carrier, 3 U.S.-made Max Pro armored combat vehicles, 4 cars, and a Polish-made 155mm Crab self-propelled artillery unit, and 122mm howitzer D-30. Electronic warfare stations Garant and Bukovlad were destroyed. Units of the Southern Group of Forces improved their tactical position, inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 23rd, 54th Mechanized, 56th, 59th Motorized Infantry, 144th Infantry, 10th Mountain Assault, 46th and 81st Airmobile Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces in the areas of the populated areas of Serebryanka, Seversk, Ivanodaryevka, Grigorovka, Chasov Yar, Krasnogorovka, Maximilianovka, and Konstantinovka of the Donetsk People's Republic. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 680 servicemen, 6 vehicles, a U.S.-made 155mm M198 howitzer, 2 UK-made 155mm FH-70 howitzers, a 152mm D-20 gun, 2 122mm Gvozdika self-propelled artillery units, 3 122mm D-30 howitzers, and a UK-made 105mm L-119 howitzer. 4 field ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the Center Group of Forces have occupied more advantageous positions, and the formations of the 32nd, 53rd, 100th, 150th Mechanized, and 68th Jaeger Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces have been defeated, and the 111th Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Toretsk, Artemovo, Novgorodskoye, Zelenoy, Kalinovo, and Novoekonomicheskoye of the Donetsk People's Republic. A counterattack by a unit of the Assault Brigade Line of the National Police of Ukraine was repelled. The enemy's losses amounted to 420 troops, an infantry fighting vehicle, a U.S.-made M113 armored personnel carrier, 3 armored combat vehicles, 5 pickups, a U.S.-made 155mm M777 howitzer, 2 122mm Gvozdika self-propelled artillery units, and 2 122mm D-30 howitzers. Units of the East Group of Forces improved the position along the front line, defeated the manpower and equipment of the 58th Motorized Infantry Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and the 123rd Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Prechestovka and Neskechnoe of the Donetsk People's Republic. Repulsed a counterattack by the assault group of the 72nd Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. The Ukrainian armed forces lost over 105 servicemen, 8 vehicles, and a 152 mm St.B. howitzer. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces inflicted losses on formations of the 65th Mechanized, 128th Mountain Assault Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and the 126th Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Molotov-Machka, Pyatykaki in the Zaporizhia region and Ivanovka in the Kherson region. The Ukrainian armed forces lost up to 75 servicemen, 4 vehicles, 2 155 mm M777 howitzers made in the USA and a 122 mm self-propelled artillery unit Gvozdika. A field ammunition depot was destroyed. Operational tactical aviation, unmanned aerial vehicles, missile troops and artillery of the groups of troops of the armed forces of the Russian Federation destroyed a Su-24 frontline bomber and 3 helicopters of the Ukrainian Air Force at airfields, including 2 Mi-8 and Mi-17, 2 launchers and a transport and loading vehicle of the HIMARS multiple launch rocket system made in the USA for launchers, and 2 MPQ-65 radar stations of the Patriot anti-aircraft missile system made in the USA, a launcher and a TRML-4D radar station of the IRIS-T anti-aircraft missile system made in Germany, as well as a launcher of the S-125 anti-aircraft missile system. 4 warehouses of missile and artillery weapons and ammunition, as well as concentrations of enemy manpower and military equipment in 157 districts were damaged. Air defense systems shot down 2 French-made Hammer-guided aerial bombs, 10 U.S.-made HIMARS rockets, and 35 unmanned aerial vehicles, 10 of which were outside the area where the special military operation was being conducted. The Black Sea Fleet destroyed 2 unmanned boats of the Ukrainian Navy. Since the beginning of the special military operation, a total of 639 aircraft, 282 helicopters, 30,085 unmanned aerial vehicles, 575 anti-aircraft missile systems, 17,316 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,408 multiple launch rocket system combat vehicles, 13,352 field artillery pieces and mortars, and 24,864 special military vehicles have been destroyed. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.